And good evening once more, fellow travellers in space and time and gra. It's 2020. Happy New Year to everybody. It's good to be back. I've been streaming for like almost 3 weeks and I've forgotten what all the buttons do. It's very, very strange. And I've got to sit in front of this camera and start talking again. It's just weird, actually. It's a bit odd. Because I've been speaking to real people, not sort of strange phantasms on the internet, which has been a bit weird. But anyway, it's lovely to be back, and good to also be doing back some No Man's Sky. I haven't been looking at this too much ever since I got my SS Normandy at the end of last year. So thank you very much for all that support to get that. That was a good gaming moment. That's one of my recent highs, actually. That's because like, ooh, a thing has happened. What year is it? Is it? What did I say? It's definitely 2022. Yeah, it is 20. I don't know. It's got some twos in it. Definitely 2022. I'm pretty sure that's right. So anyway, so we're back here to do some No Man's Sky. Now I am going to be having a look at all my different streams because I have come across this other space game. You probably noticed. I've started playing Star Citizen as well. Now I don't want that to detract from my No Man's Sky stuff. Okay, so I'm going to have a look at how I kind of incorporate it because I get the impression actually it's quite interesting. I mean, I like space games just in general, but I get the impression that a lot of the space game communities. I mean, there's definitely some overlap between them, but there isn't as much overlap as I suspected there might be. So some people very much like one game, some people very much like another, and so on and so forth. So I don't want to sort of have one running at the expense of another, which means I've got to figure out somewhere in my schedule to maybe add some extra streaming in. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to manage that at the moment because I haven't got that much time. But we'll have a play with it. But I don't want to abandon No Man's Sky just because I've started playing Star Citizen. So that's the thing. Okay, so No Man's Sky will remain. All right. So don't worry about that. I do also want to play around with the lore of No Man's Sky at some point in time as well. But oh, and Happy New Year to everybody. Yes, Happy New Year to everybody. But one of the things that I'm missing from my space game, which No Man's Sky is really rather good at, is exploration. So I'm gonna, if you'll indulge me, probably for a few weeks at the very least, I want to just go off and look around. I don't want to try too much in the way of missions. I don't want to try too much in the way of kind of trying to figure hard things out. I just want to poke around. I want to boldly go where no one almost certainly has gone before, and just look around, see what the game chucks at me. So that's kind of where I am. I need a bit of chillness in my life. If that makes sense, and a game of sort of gentle exploration and just sort of poking around. Let's see what's out there, kind of thing, does appeal to me right now. And I think No Man's Sky is best placed for that amount. All the space games we've got, because I mean we've been there and done that with Elite Dangerous, and it's we know that it's procedurally generated, and we can't land on most of the interesting places anyway. At least with No Man's Sky, we can land on planets and have a look around, and there are space anomalies and weird stuff and stuff that I definitely haven't seen yet. So I'm kind of boldly going, let's not pinch that. Although it's No Man's Sky, though, isn't it? I mean that's clearly been pinched from that. So bear with me. Let's just what I noticed again. Let me switch the game while we're here. Because I noticed something in the map, which you guys tell me actually, because virtually everybody on my stream knows more about No Man's Sky than I do. You tell me, and apologies, my voice is a tiny bit, it probably sounds a bit kind of gravelly. It's not painful or anything, it's just I have had a cold, and it's not quite recovered yet. I had quite nasty cold actually. I mean, how many other people got caught with allergy over Christmas? I managed to avoid it during Christmas. But it hit me in the new year. I got a bit of a bug, and wasn't feeling very well on New Year's Day in the evening, and then horrible on the second, and then I've kind of got better again, but my voice is still a bit. There we go. But anyway, never mind that. my small problems. Right. So what I did notice in the game, if I can get my mouse to behave itself, is, and let me just turn down the game volume here a little bit because that's rumbling away and doing stuff. There we go. Definitely was a cold. Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't the COVID, I did have the test done to check, and it was all negative, so it wasn't that. And I've got my booster number 3. Is it booster number 3, or was that just the first booster? No, it's the third thing. Anyway, whatever the thing is, I think it's just a booster, isn't it? Yeah, I've got that on Saturday, so I'm not really looking forward to it. But there we go. JL, I don't know, you got it over the week before Christmas. I actually had it over Christmas the year before, so I do feel for you. It's not it's not good, is it? Although we did use it as an excuse not to go and see anybody, which actually was quite nice. Dare I say that? Very dodgy. But okay, anyway, back to No Man's Sky. What I did notice, and I can't show you here because I need to be outside of the freighter. So let me launch my ship, which I've forgotten how to do. W, isn't it? Yay! There it goes. Right. Okay. So we're outside. Let me just bring the ship to a halt-ish. No, I'll actually stop. That'll do. Just drift along slowly. That'll do. Reclamation is a horrid planet, says PSB. Want a better one? Well, here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. So I noticed on here, on the galaxy map, you can select your destination, and it's got free explore, which means I can kind of go anywhere, and I can choose things that I want to go and explore, which does sound quite good. Although I've got no fuel in my hyperdrive, I can see. Obviously, there's missions and things that you can do as well. But I noticed one of the things here is galactic core, which seems to be an awfully long way away, 688,000 light years, which seems like a very large galaxy actually. And I just thought it might be fun. I just fancy going on a bit of a long trip, and travelling, perhaps aiming for the galactic core, just seeing what turns up. Now this is not the same save as the reclamation planet, so this is, I can't even remember now why I ended up with this save. So I, because my memory has totally failed me, I think it might have been one of my expedition saves, one of the first ones. I'm not sure, I can't even remember, but it's got quite a good ship, and having looked through it, I noticed my ship. I renamed my ship, and I've called it the Resolution, which is a good science fiction name, and it's also a good exploration name. So for those of you who don't know, it's Captain Cook's second ship of his voyage of exploration was called HMS Resolution. Also, if you know your science fiction from Arthur C. Clarke, Rendezvous of Rammer, the exploration ship there was also called Resolution. Actually, no, it wasn't Resolution. It was the little raft that they built was called Resolution. So there we go. So yes, what kind of ship have I got? Now it's quite a good one. There it is. It's an S-class ship. It looks a bit funky. I don't know. So this is in fact my New Year's resolution. Very good. Is it an exotic ship? I don't know. It looks cool. It's just a funky ship. So it is an exotic. Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay. So I thought let's see what the game chucks in my general direction. I just fancy going off exploring for a bit and seeing what's out there, and just sort of poking around with no particular aim in mind, if that's all right, for a little bit of time. Just fancy going for a look, and seeing what the game does, because out of all the space games, hyperdrive range, yeah, it's a good old range there, isn't it? 900 and that's a long old way, isn't it? Yeah, let's just see what the game does, because out of all the space games we've got, I think No Man's Sky is closest to my kind of boldly going where no one's gone before kind of vibe, right? It's the one most likely to chuck something at us. And I can get so yeah, we can improve the ship as we go along, because I know there's lots and lots of space stations and things out there. So, but shall we just head in the general direction of the galactic core and see what happens? I fancy going. Now I've named the ship Resolution. Okay, I've named where is it? I've named the freighter, which obviously I can summon along the right. So I've named the freighter Igara, which won't be of any surprise to anybody who knows their science fiction and space games. You know what that word both implies and both means. So there we go. Have I gone to an Atlas station? Yes, I did go into an Atlas station on one of my streams. I have seen the Atlas station. That was very impressive. And I do want to do a specific follow the Atlas and the Artemis Lori path as well at some point. I don't want to do that just at the moment. I kind of feel like I need to kind of just chill a bit. Because I'm trying to absorb an awful lot of lore at the moment from all sorts of different directions. And I'm also trying to craft my own lore for my own current science fiction series at the moment. And I think the danger of melting my brain. You could use it, say, for streams only and relocate your... yeah, that's not a bad idea. We'll see how it goes. So I think the first thing I've got to do is I've got to remember how to refuel my ship. So that's the launch system. That is the Starship engine pulse drive. Where's the actual warp drive? Illegally modified warp drive. There it is. I don't know why is it illegally modified? So let's whack those in there. Is that? I need some tritium for that. I don't seem to have any, which is a bit weird. Okay, Starship launch fuel. I've got some, so it's kind of ready to go initially anyway. So let's so I've got a big range. So how do I use that is my first question. So if I do want to boldly go where no one's gone before, so I've asked it to head for the galactic core, which is fine. So is it going to do that jump? So it's only doing a jump in 200 light years. Does that mean I can shortcut this by going a long way off? So this, what does this line mean? Okay, so I'm completely weird. But this is clearly okay. So this is where I am, right? This is where I am. Ratmuth 5. Okay. This, I'm assuming this is navigation, basically, because when I do that, it switches it off. That's telling me I can go to the galactic core, but how do I tell it to use my entire jump range of 900 light years? Or does it not work like that? Can I not? So if I want to go there, that's 450 light years away. Oh, it's just going to jump. Ah, excuse me. I might have to go and get a glass of water in a minute. Okay, so it did jump. Oh, sorry. Okay, right, now I've got that. Okay, so that's warping. I am, excuse me guys, I am going to go and get a glass of water. My voice is not appreciating talking in a minute. I'm going to use my I'll be back button. Hang on a minute. Right, there we go. That's better. I've got some water. Okay, so hang on a minute. When it shows routes, it kind of but doesn't take into account your jump range. Okay, the line is the best-ish route to the galactic core. You can skip ahead to the end of the line as far as your jump range allows. Right. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay, so we've sort of hyperspace jumped here. It tells us. It's telling me. I mean, somebody's been here before. Look, I can see there's David's base. It's a peaceful system. That's nice. Space COVID, space virus. I know that's got some tritium in it. Let's blast it. It's out of range. There's already tritium in it. Silver. No, I don't want silver. Just give me some fuel. It's got good guns, this ship, isn't it? I don't need platinum now. Tritium. Boom, boom. I do like these explosions in this game. Ah, a tritium hypercluster. That's always handy. Gold nuggets. Anything but tritium. It's always the way, isn't it? Yay, tritium. Right. Okay. So let's just. Maybe I'll just spend the entire stream shooting asteroids because why not? It's incredibly satisfying. I mean, this bit here with this is something that No Man's Sky does so much better than any of the other space games. You can just shoot holes in things, and then this never gets old for me. Sorry, I'm just going to do it again because I can. I'm flying through holes in the asteroid. That's just brilliant. Oh dear. Never gets old. Look at that. Wow. It's very pretty. That's, it does the eye candy very, very well, does No Man's Sky. You'll have to manually select a system to over that waypoint route. Okay, so now here's a question for you guys on the chat as well that I'm not sure about. So it's basically here saying it's the planet has been discovered. Does that mean a player's been here before? Which it complies it sort of does because somebody's built a base. Those aren't stars. Those are supersized fantasy power. They do. That just looks. I mean, I know they're not. I mean, I know they're sort of pastel-y colours, but it does look cool, doesn't it? I mean, you've got to admit that. I like it. Tell you what this game reminds me of more and more is the new Star Trek. Not the old one. Not the original series and the Next Generation, all that, but the new Star Trek films with all the lens flare and the sort of J.J. Abrams sort of stuff. That's the sort of vibe I get off it. What's that? Is that a space station? Yeah, it's a space station. Just hanging around there. I mean, it's just there's lens flares and. Anyway, so we've arrived at a planet. Well, let's go and have a look because here we are. We've boldly gone where somebody's gone before. Let's go and have a look at this planet. See what's down there. Just because the green star is bothering me. Well, there actually are green stars, though, aren't there? I believe. Top astronomers on the stream can correct me, but I think there are actually green stars. They're kind of super hot, hotter than blue or hotter than white. I'm not sure. It's not super realistic that you can see them. But there's lovely pastel shades. But I think you can get green spectrum light. Is that a thing? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Green spectrum light. I think you can get those off stars. Carbon stars and elite give our planets a greenish tinge. Yeah, so there's things like, okay, we've got red water and some plants. I did love the sandworms that we experienced a few months ago. That was fabulous. One thing that I have to say I have been impressed with Star Citizen on is it's the first space game I've played where each planet isn't a single biome. So actually, Star Trek itself was really, really bad at that. It's the forest planet, or it's the desert planet, or it's the ocean planet, or actually planets aren't like that. You could have all three of those, i.e. the Earth. Star Citizen is the first planet where I've sort of seen multiple biomes on the same planet, which is quite good. I don't think that happens on No Man's Sky, but I quite like this place. It's sort of, I don't know how cold is it down there. Weather frozen clouds. So yeah, it's this one's quite pretty. But people have been here before, so this won't do. This we haven't gone where no one's gone before yet. So anyway, so let's proceed onwards. It's a nice planet though. I quite like that. So there's no green stars. Okay, they're not possible in the universe physics at all. Okay, so I'm totally and utterly wrong. I thought there was something about green stars. Mad Monk stuff that says in astronomy, a green star is a white or bluish star that appears greenish in some viewing conditions. Okay, so it's kind of been filtered through something else, is it? There are no green stars because the colour of a star is more or less given by black body spectrum. Right, okay. So I stand corrected. Good stuff. Well done, guys. No Man's Sky really has that feeling of flying in the paint. It does. And that's, I mean, this is a beautiful, that is a very pretty star system. I do like those, even if it is made up. I mean, that does look like something out of Star Trek. Is there, remind me, is there an external camera in No Man's Sky? I don't think I've ever tried doing that. Is there an external camera? I can't remember. I'd like to get an external shot of that, just because it's there. And most variants press X. Oh, is it? Ah, yes. Right. Utilities, creatures, galaxy map, photo mode. That's the one, isn't it? Okay. So what do I move? Sun. I didn't realise you could do this in space. There we go. Look. Okay. So page up, page down. How do I move up and down? Oh, change height. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's kind of cool, isn't it? 1 to 3 tilt. There we go. That's quite a useful space adjust effects. What does that do? A fog density vignette bloom. Oh, nice. Okay, so I can change the field of view. Oh, that's quite cool. Excellent. All right. Well, there we go. I can play around with those as well. I found that if you offer the route to the core, you're more likely to encounter systems people have been to before. It tends to funnel people together. Go a bit off the offered path to find undiscovered systems. Right. Okay. So let's do that. I'd like to do undiscovered stuff because I don't really want to go where other people have gone before. What's the point of that? Let's have a look at that then. Okay. So X, F to galaxy map. So we want to head in a general direction. So do you suggest then I don't follow this? I don't follow this thing. So is that glowing light over there? Is that the galactic core? It kind of looks like it's leading me in that general direction. So if I sort of go, yeah, because that stays in the background no matter what I do, which I suppose kind of makes sense. So if I shuffle across to the left a little bit, let's just, because I can go 900 light years, I think. So I should be able to go quite a long way off into a completely blue part of space. Oh, I've gone too far now. There we go. Okay, so I can go there. That just says water, so let's try that. It's got some planets. And I can walk there. So let's see what's out there. The bright star in the distance is the centre of the galaxy. Okay, thank you for that. Head in the general direction, but then pick a different star than the one it offers at the maximum jump range. Okay, so I've kind of gone off to the, I don't know, yeah, left doesn't make sense in space, does it? But let's just go here, and then we can head in the direction of the core. Now I have also, the other thing, just while you're here, I have played around with my bit rates and various other bits of systems. I'm still awaiting my super fast internet, which hasn't arrived yet, I'm afraid. But do tell me if the stream quality is kind of holding together a little bit better or not for you in terms of frame rates and all sorts of stuff like that. Because I have been hopefully making a few tweaks with it. So we go. Okay, so this is first contact, which kind of implies nobody's been here before. Is that good? Okay, so planets discovered 06. The Vakeen have been here before. Is it possible to find planets that none of the 3 alien races have been to? Because the Vakeen and the Korvax and the Gek seem to be everywhere in the galaxy so far. I don't think I've come across a planet where they aren't. One of them isn't present. Is that a thing in No Man's Sky? It is, says Shadow Wyvern. Well, Shadow Wyvern says yes, but I'm not sure if it's to my question or not. I'll let the chat catch up because I know there's a delay. Sorry about the sniffs. It's not polite. But I've still got a bit of a sniffle, I'm afraid. Right, let's scan the planet. Look what we got down there. There are uninhabited systems, yes. Okay, Julia, Shadow Wyvern, I think, was answering that question. Julia confirms it, but they may have been there in the past. Oh, I see the Gek and the Vakeen and stuff. Okay, so this is an ice planet. High sentinel activity. Okay, so I suppose an extra question there is: are there planets where the sentinels haven't been as well? On the cards it says they are part of the simulation, so they don't count as far as discovered or undiscovered. Okay. Okay, so what's this planet? This is an isotopic planet. What's that mean? Okay, what else have we got here? Very dark looking place. That's a frozen, yeah, that's a frozen planet as well. There's another one. Oh, a green planet. Can't help the sniffles. No, it's so annoying. Okay, and that's an isotopic planet as well. What's an isotopic planet? There's a few freighters there, doing their freightory things. I kind of want to sort of scan for life forms. Let's go and have a look at well, that one's an isotopic planet with rings, so let's go and have a look at an isotopic planet, because why not? I just want to see what's going on. Right, there we go. I know that screws up the bitrate really badly. I don't know what streaming bitrate you need to be able to cope up with the pulse drive. Is that the pulse drive? I'm getting confused because it's frame shift drive, or it's quantum drive, or it's pulse drive. It's like, can't we just agree it's some sort of through space drive? Too many people making up imaginary drive systems. That's another interesting thing to compare between the space games, is how they manage the scale of space. So Elite Dangerous has gone for like as close to realism as it can kind of get away with. Everything is full scale, which I do kind of admire, but it's not necessarily the best choice for gameplay. No Man's Sky has gone for this quite shrinky-dink kind of effect, where everything is actually very very small, but it does then allow you to have an awful lot of variety in what it's doing. And Star Citizen's sort of a bit in between, but Star Citizen hasn't really gone for the procedural generation. It's gone for I think 1/6 or 1/10 scale of planets, but a lot of handcrafted stuff. So it's very interesting to compare the feel between all those different games. Oh, this looks very gloomy and depressing, doesn't it? No Man's Sky is very good at this, giving the places a vibe. There's liquid down there. There's some strange things visible. Doesn't look like a particularly hospitable place, does it? Some of these planets, I go down and think, do I want to land here? Is there something? I do like those little meteorites that come down. I've never managed to get close to one when it's landing, so I don't know if you can do that. I just saw it flash over there. But there's another one, look. Boom. I don't know if that's just a sort of eye candy thing. It looks like it is, because it doesn't seem to leave an impact crater. But that's quite nice. Only drew what makes me want to play No Man's Sky. Well, the thing is that I think this game is by far the best at giving me a sense of, just one more jump, one more look over the hill. Meteorites can hit you. Okay, so I've got to be wary of that. I don't really like the look of this place, so no, I don't think I'm going to land here. Let's go onwards. They understand the importance of atmosphere in No Man's Sky. That gives you exploration base, but more rewarding. I do like that. The fact that that's one thing that I think No Man's Sky and in different ways actually Star System have nailed rather well is the sense of atmosphere, in the sense of and the sense of kind of ownership of things. I really have enjoyed in Star Citizen being able to just tramp about in my ship and kind of woo. Okay, so a bunch of freighters have just turned up right on top of me. That's a very cool moment in No Man's Sky, isn't it? They're just okay. Slightly intimidating. Do they want anything, or am I kind of okay? It always makes you ask that question. But yeah, sorry. In Star Citizen, the sense of being able to trump around your own vessel makes it feel like a place. And while you can't do that in the spaceships in No Man's Sky, the ability to have your own base and customize it how you like, and just sort of store things in it, and just enjoy being in a virtual world that is kind of yours is a very, very potent thing. It really is. And these look like wasps, don't they? Yeah. Again, you kind of want to go aboard and start having a chat. But no, onwards we must go. What's that planet over there? Did we not scan that one? It's not showing up on my... Oh, that's a frozen planet. Okay, so we did kind of look at that. We must have come in that direction. Okay, so let's go back to the star map. Slow down so we don't crash into that asteroid. X, F, there we go. You feel at home in these types of places where Elite feels very... the thing, I mean... Yeah, I've got to be a bit trying to be a little bit objective. I played Elite for a very long time, so certainly when I was first playing it years ago, that whole sense of what's out there and exploration and sort of stuff was very, very fresh and very, very new. The problem with Elite has always been because they've gone so far down the grounds of realism, they can't fill in the space with stuff that's interesting. Everything is a procedurally generated barren ball of rock now obviously they've got a bit of sky colour and a few other bits and pieces, but there's nothing really there, and that's a big problem with procedural generation, is how to actually make interesting content in a game that's actually worth going out and having a look for, because otherwise you've kind of seen it all by only a relatively small handful of things. And you could level, I suppose, the same criticism at No Man's Sky. After a while, I'm sure you're going to see the same procedurally generated artifact coming back. I haven't really noticed that yet, but I haven't played it nearly as long. And obviously in Star Citizen, there is no... I mean, I guess there is procedural generated stuff, but it's just a single star system, right? So the concept of exploration doesn't really exist in the way that we're sort of doing it here. So it's difficult. It is difficult. Right, so this is the map. So let's head in this general direction. Okay, so I can sort of fly towards the core. Oh, it actually tells me how far from the core I am. Okay, so I'm doing it in sort of 1,000 light year jumps, but I can't go that close. What about that one? There we go. So we can just sort of generally head in the direction of... okay, so that's quite good. So and I suppose, and that's a very good question, a very good comment actually, Dennis. Is the real universe going to be like that? I mean, we don't know, do we? Right. Oh, the only thing I would say is if you think about how weird and wonderful the planets in our solar system are. Okay, so I mean, Mercury actually, from a kind of... probably from an exploration perspective, probably quite dull, right? Okay, Mercury. It's kind of, I know it's not like the moon. I know it's different, but you know what I mean? It's kind of it's a cratered ball of rock, right? I'm sure there's interesting stuff on Mercury, but it doesn't look all that exciting, does it? Now Venus, okay. Now Venus is a bit different. Okay, so now Venus has got this massive, thick carbon dioxide atmosphere, and there's weird stuff. Oh, okay, the baddies are coming in to interrupt my astronomy talk. Excuse me while I deal with the pirate. They're after something in my cargo bay. Well, where are they? You're not going to like this, because this ship has got super dupery pulsy weapons, my friends. Which is going to make very short work out of you. Oh, apart from the fact that I overheated them. Go on, recharge. Something else is firing at them, actually. Who else is firing at them? Doesn't seem... Actually, this is interesting. It doesn't seem to be locking on target all that well. Boom, I got it. There we go. Who's firing at them? Oh, don't take those ones. It looks like it was just one. Right. Okay. Good. Right. So where was I? Yes. Anyway. So So Venus. Okay. Lots of weird thick atmosphere that maybe weird stuff's living in the atmosphere. Who knows? Incredible pressures on the surface. Okay. we've sent 2 space probes down there to have a look around on the surface, and they didn't last very long, so we don't really know what's down on the surface of Venus. But a really extreme environment. Then you've got clearly you've got the Earth, okay, and we know quite a lot about the Earth. Then you've got Mars, okay. So Mars is a planet that's dying, has lost all its water, but it's got these amazing rift valleys and all sorts of weird things. It's got sublimating ice at the poles. Then you've got gas giants like Jupiter, which have got places like Io and Europa, subsurface water. You've got places around Saturn like Titan with a moon with an atmosphere that might have petroleum lakes. You've got Uranus and Neptune and the moons of Triton where there are like geysers jetting off, and then there's places like Pluto where there are some weird geographical things happening on the surface of Pluto that we just don't understand. I mean, if you go and look at some of the images of Pluto, it's a tiny world right on the edge of the solar system. It got demoted to a dwarf planet. Some of us are still very upset about that. You look at the images of it though, and there's weird stuff going on. There's parts of the surface that are really, really old and covered in craters. There's parts that are virtually smooth and covered in some kind of weird form of ice. They've got mountains on that planet that are made of water, but it's so cold that far out that they're as solid as rock. So you've got mountains made of ice, actually literally made of ice. And that's just in a single solar system. Okay, that's just the solar system that we happen to be in. Now, you could say I get where you're coming from, Dennis. That the rest of the universe is likely to be quite a lot of boring places and just barren rocks. But we've only got one solar system to use as a reference point right now. But our solar system contains a lot of really interesting stuff, as far as I'm concerned. And I don't see that yet in Elite, for example. Most of the places in Elite aren't very interesting. There's not much you can do there when you do arrive, because you can't go to any of the interesting places. You can't land on the lava worlds, you can't land on the high atmospheric worlds, etc., etc., etc. Because the game engine isn't up to it right now, and maybe that will be done in the future. But in the real universe, there's going to be weird and wacky stuff out there. I think high pressure planets, weird surface conditions that we just can't even imagine. Based on the fact that how weird and wacky our own solar system is, we just don't know what's out there. So I think what's out there is going to actually be pretty darn interesting. But the problem for us in our generation is we're a few generations too late to explore our own planet, because everything's kind of been done. It's very difficult to go somewhere on the Earth that hasn't been explored, at least that's accessible to us ordinary folks. And we're a few generations early to go and explore space, aren't they? So unfortunately, computer games are the best that you and I are going to have. And we're fortunate to live in a generation here, actually, where our computer games are unrecognisably sophisticated compared to what could have been imagined. And they're only going to get better over time. And the trick for us is and for the game developers is, can they create things that are compelling enough? Now, and that the beautiful thing about space games, of course, is this whole boldly going where no one's gone before thing. But I love the exploration side of things. It's the bit that really kind of excites me. And it is difficult, to create a game that can satisfy an explorer, because how do you make a game that's finite? Provide a universe of possibilities where the weird and wacky game. That's a difficult assignment. So I have a lot of sympathy. Anyway, this is a dusty planet. I don't know what a dusty planet looks like. So let's go down to the dusty planet and have a look around. Is that hold it? So yeah, the escape button holds it, doesn't it? Don't want to do that. So it is tricky. Oh, it is a dusty planet, isn't it? Very dusty. I've been to a dusty planet before. So, aren't there like 3 or more dwarf? Oh, there's loads of different dwarf planets. Sound Universe, yeah. So it's a lot of stuff. Shadow Wyvern is with me. Pluto, 100% a real planet. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's in my textbook after all. This looks very cool. I don't. It's not a nice place, but it's an interesting place. I hope all this dust isn't clogging up my engine. Where's the ground? I mean, I'm going through it. Oh, this feels Okay, multiple levels of atmosphere. I still can't see the ground. I can see some landscape. This is different. I haven't seen anything like this before. I like the way it seems to have got inside the cockpit. I don't think, how high up am I? I can't see anything. It's quite. There we go. The ground looms out. It's quite claustrophobic actually. I can hear the ship clunking and rattling around me. Whoa. There we go. There's the ground. So let's land here because this does look interesting actually. Okay, let's put the ship down on this weird and dusty planet. It's a good thing the space engine doesn't need air. That's right. I don't know how it works, but yeah, it is dusty, isn't it? Boom. Right. Environment warning is really, really hot outside. Not surprisingly. Let's just have a look around. There are some things living here as well. Oh, I've even got myself in third person. So this is lung-burning night wind. Okay, that's nice. Thermal protection is active, and there is a storm going on. You're quite right. Okay, so got a little bit of a glitch going on over there. Unidentified. Let's do some scanning while we're here. Critical exposure. Okay, so that's not good. There are some flying things about. This piece of left the window open, yeah. With the okay, there's something over there. Oh, it is. What's it scanning? A very small. Oh, look, it's a tiny little, like a tiny little horse thing, or maybe a giraffe. It's this minute. Oh yeah, it's like a. That's quite a convincing alien, actually. I mean, it probably wouldn't last very long in this sort of storm, but it's one of the better ones I've seen from No Man's Sky recently, actually. This scanner is a brilliant piece of work. It really is. Well, there's a sort of pig thing, and there's some flying things as well. That thermal protection's going down really fast. Where is that? Hazard protection. Let's like some sodium in there and some oxygen in there. Hopefully the storm will die down a little bit. I've scanned that one. What's up in the sky? I can't. There was some shadow. There's one. What have we got here? So yeah, this scanner is brilliant because it. You know, I know it's just making up some. I know it's nonsense, but it's good nonsense. It's good space nonsense. It's just as compelling as anything else that you get in Star Trek or Star Wars or anything like that. It makes me feel like I'm doing some proper science. Nobody else has ever been here before, and judging by the state of this planet, nobody's ever going to want to come here again, right? But here I am on the surface of an alien world doing some science. I like this. Okay, this is something that I think is really good gameplay. Here we go. The storm is clearing. We can have a look around in a minute. There's another critter over there which I haven't managed to get. I like bagging these critters as well. Can't get that one. It's hiding behind the. Okay, so there we go. The weather has cleared a little bit. Where's it gone? There it is. This one's sneaky. What is that? Oh, is that like a crab thing? There we go. Oh, there's another one over there. I mean, they do look a little bit comical, but it's the best attempt I've seen to procedurally generate a whole bunch of wacky creatures just because the dihydrogen, that always comes in handy, doesn't it? And make you feel like you're looking at some alien critters on an alien world. I think it's a really, really good attempt at just putting you in that place. What are these things on the floor here? There's something moving around. That's a very cute little thing, though, isn't it? That is like a shuffling mollusky thing. There's quite a lot of weird stuff going on, and some weird rocks and all sorts of stuff. It's it's kind of compelling. It's just, I feel like I'm here, and the fact that I can, there's whole. Oh, there's a dangerous something over there. I'm just going to put this into. I find this third person mode a bit. Where is that? Is it in the general options? Where's the third person mode? It's not that one, is it? Creatures, utilities. Isn't that one? Toggle camera view there. I prefer to be in first person mode. It just makes me feel like I'm there rather than watching myself from behind my head. And look, this is the thing that I absolutely think is amazing about No Man's Sky. It's like there's holes in the ground and you can see stuff that's down. There's a really unpleasant looking plant down there, and I can dig down there and I can actually blast holes in the ground, make it a bit easier. That is, if I forgotten how to do this. G, isn't it? Train manipulator. There we go. Let's not mine. Switch. Create, flatten, restore. No, it is mine, isn't it? Did I? Maybe not. Am I too close to the ground? How do I dig a hole in the ground again? I thought it was mine. There we go. That was. So if I need to go down there, I can blast a hole in the ground and go and have a look. It's like I find my way into the weirdness of the. You've got this beautiful caverns and stalactites and stuff. I haven't seen anything like this in any other game where you can. This is procedurally generated. Literally, no one has ever seen this before, and that I think is a phenomenal thing. I love that. I really do love that. We are, and I know it's an algorithm. I do know this, but the thing I like is that there's enough. The word is verisimilitude. There's enough here to allow you to believe, and that is an important thing. You can suspend your disbelief. You really are exploring these caves, which are just amazing features of this game. How do I switch the torch? And you have to switch the torch on. Where's that? Hold on. There we go, there's my torch. So then we've got a torch. We can look around, and here I am on an alien world, looking around in a weird tunnel to see what. Then we've got wacky cactus fleshy stuff, and there's plants, and it's very. It feels like you're in a weird and wacky environment. I don't know what these red little things flickering about are, but there's everywhere there's stuff you can interact with. That's important. Stuff that I can scan or do something with, or shoot. I don't want to just shoot. It's quite nice to be able to do things other than shoot, because that's not what we want to go into space for. Ideally, we can just enjoy the fact that we're having a look around in a weird and wacky cave environment, just sort of seeing what's here. I really like that. Here we are on an alien world, looking around in an alien cave. Who knows what's around the corner? And most of the time, of course, it's a game, and it's got limited assets. There's not going to be anything particular around the corner, but there's enough wonder in here to make you think, well, maybe there is. Maybe there's just something beyond the next corner. And the environments are so compelling that you can actually get lost in here. I'm not sure. I think I've got turned around already. Look, I don't know where the way out is. There's a sentinel. Yeah, there's a sentinel looking for me. Presumably because I shot something. It's detected me. And I've lost my way out. So that's a very good. I got turned about there. That is another thing that's very good in here, in the sense that I can actually get lost, and I have actually now got lost. I don't know where the way out is. Some planets do have underground life as well. So where's the way out? Where did I come in? I thought I did come this way. So where's the hole that I came in through? Is it a bit further out? There it is. I thought I drilled a hole there. Weird. Okay. Right, there we go. I've got to go this way. So let's take this in. Oh, it's got not. And that's another beautiful thing about this game is that, and again, I know it's not particularly. I did drill a hole, but I didn't drill it all that deep. I know it's not particularly realistic again, but this lovely day-night cycle where we've been exploring underneath there for a little while, and suddenly it's dark. Okay, that's make your own exit. That's another way of doing it. And there's stuff flying around in the sky. And there's a sentinel. It's checking up. Oh, I've come out near my spaceship. And then there's one of these nasty plants which I like to blast because they eat you. Okay, so let's get off here before the sentinel gets upset. What's the star thing there? Shown on my scanner. Is that something I can go investigate? I don't even know what that is. Is that something to do with? Well, there's more than one of them. So what? Oh, hang on. Whoa! What are those? Oh, I've got something. Survived a soul on an extreme world. Okay, well, that's quite cool. Space beer, yes, space beer. Oh, they've just. Wow, what are those? Are they? They just lit up as I approached. There's another one over there. So will that one light up? What is it? It's a gravitino ball. Okay. Is that a good thing? I've never come across one of those before. Oh, it lights up. It's just a sort of glowing ball, which is quite nice. Is that useful? I can interact with it. What does it do? It's not useful. Okay, here comes the fast door. Oh, you can just pick them up. Okay, well, I'm going to take one with me because there's that little thing. It's quite cute, isn't it? It's like a cross between a horse and a chicken. Oh, here come the sentinels to spoil my fun. Oh, and a sentinel dog. Those aren't very nice. Right, off we go. Bye-bye, sentinels. Those sentinel dogs are nasty. Didn't like them at all. They look like the Boston Dynamics things. Oh, sentinels get angry when you steal those. Okay, so are they valuable or are they just pretty? I stole the dog's ball. Hope they don't follow me into space. Let's get off the dusty world. Gravitino balls always attract sentinels. Okay, right. So does that mean that they're gonna? Oh, they'll be attacked by space pirates again. Pulse drive disabled. Hostile ships approaching. Well, I don't think that this particular spaceship needs to worry about too much. Oh, it's come out behind me. That's not very sporting, is it? Ow, ow, ow. Have some of that. Didn't like that, did you? Boom. No, didn't like that. Alright, so there we go. Well, that was a dust planet. There we go. It's the Space Sentinels. Who remembers the Space Sentinels? There was a. For those of you who don't know, there was a cartoon show in the 70s. Oh, that's another one. A cartoon show in the 70s. I think it was the 70s anyway. Called the Space Sentinels. Who remembers? Who's old enough to remember? Oh, hang on. System Authority starships in range. Are they supposedly the good guys? I don't think I'm supposed to be shooting these guys. I think I might get out of here then. By the way, it's brave Sir Robin, right? Let's hyperspace out of here. I don't know why they suddenly attacked me. Maybe I clipped something. Oh, I can't even go to galactic navigation. I've got hyper. Great. So what am I supposed to do? I can't outrun them. And now these guys are. Oh, okay, so I'm obviously a fugitive now. Stop firing at me. Oh, just blast them. Why not? You fired on me, dude. That almost looks like a Cobra Mark III, that does. It's a weird looking, very elite-y sort of spaceship. So I'm supposed to be shooting these guys. But hey, they attack me first as far as I'm concerned. Oh, having a fight in an asteroid field now, even more cool. Boom, right, hyperspace out of here. I think they're coming. let's head in this general direction. Bigger system. Let's get out of here. Oh, I can't go there. Can't go there. Can I go there? Outer jump range. Come on. Give me something. Indium drive. All these need special drive to go to. That one's in range. Go there. Yeah, so sorry. The Space Sentinels. Yeah, so basically the idea behind the Space Sentinels is it's worth looking up. I think the episodes are on YouTube if you'd like 70s, early 80s cartoons. Do I have to go to a space station to duck away from? Okay, so there we go. We're now in a different system. So yeah, the Space Sentinels were three orphans. There were a lot of orphans in cartoons actually in those days. There were a lot of three orphans who were basically taken away. Oh, a nuisance. Excellent. Hey. Three orphans that were taken away from Earth and brought back and given superpowers, and they lived in a spaceship which lived inside a volcano, as I recall. I can't remember why. And they had a little robot that kind of helped them out, and a sort of hologrammatic kind of computer. And they basically went on missions to save the planet and save the universe and stuff. It was it's very 70s, but yeah, that's just a blast of the past. The Space Sentinel, worth checking out if you're into that sort of thing. Okay, so what have we got here? We have a very grey looking planet. Let's scan that, see what's going on down there. Another isotopic planet. Well, we've been to an isotopic planet before. That one looks a bit more interesting. What's that one? That one is a flourishing planet. Okay, well that sounds more fun. Let's go to a flourishing. Go into a space station to get rid of them. Okay, I'll bear that in mind for the future. Let's pulse drive our way to that planet. See what's down there. A flourishing planet. That sounds quite nice. So yeah, Space Sentinels. Definitely worth. I remember it now. I've googled the show. Says Winter Beauty. Yeah. So it's funny how many things you forget actually. Oh, hang on. I just run out of fuel. I've got lots of tritium in there. Here we go. Engage. This one actually, this planet here looks very like, at least from orbit, very like the sort of place that was used in the some of the promotional material for No Man's Sky. It's got that sort of nice, sort of pleasant sea with landscapes. Let's go back out there a minute. Because look, we've got a nice coastline here. This looks encouraging. It's very difficult with No Man's Sky because sometimes the planets look nice from orbit, don't they? But not so nice on the ground. So let's pick a spot on the coast. There's a nice peninsula there. Let's go down there and see what we can find. Okay, so this is the thing. The planet is blue and red from space, and then it's gone yellow as we enter the atmosphere. The coastline's still there though, so let's see what's down there in terms of a coastline. Have we got a nice coastline that maybe we can sort of just park up? It looks like we have actually. We've got a sort of archipelago of there's some weird pointy. This place looks quite cool. And there's some trees. Look, we could go fishing. Let's go for a spot of fishing. This looks very interesting. It's very colourful, isn't it? Let's fly along the coastline a bit. See if we can find a nice sort of bay. Looks like it's raining here at the moment, which isn't ideal. Nice lagoons though. I like those. Okay, so there we go. That's Nice sort of bay. They've got these sort of weird towery things, which are different. There's a nice piece of coastline. I mean, there's a nice little bay here. I'm looking for a nice little flat spot to land my spaceship in. That looks quite encouraging. Let's park on the beach. Let's have a barbie on the beach. There we go. Let's land here. This looks like quite a nice place actually. And this is another thing that No Man's Sky is so good at. It is actually chucking down with rain. All right, the external temperature is actually, look at that, the external temperature is actually nice. We found a nice planet. 37.5 degrees. It's not trying to melt us or freeze us straight away, but it is raining a lot. So I wonder if it's going to stop raining. Let's go outside. Okay, so this is a scalding rainstorms is what we've got. Okay, but this isn't scalding. There aren't many sentinels here, which is nice as well. Okay, so maybe this rainstorm is going to stop in a bit. Actually, it's not too bad. Look, we can actually chill out on the beach here, which is quite nice. There's a flying thing, a few of them about. Let's scan them. I haven't come across a nice planet for a while, which is good. There's some plants and things living in the sea. An armoured clam. Oh, they're a bit interesting. The old armoured clams. I don't like mucking about with them. There's another planet up there. There's a critter. That's another. Look at that one. That's quite interesting as well. It's kind of got a insecty type of head and a double tail. I haven't seen that before either. That's a bit weird. That's quite cool. There's a few other things moving around about there. Don't know what we've got up there. Oh, that was just a tree. There's another creature up there. Got these ones. Oh, they've got little antennas as well. Oh, there's a few more flying things. Look at that palm tree thing. I mean, it's not a palm tree, is it? But I'll find out what it's called itself. It's a netta. I haven't seen anything like that before either. That's a nice tree. It just gives you a lovely. It's much nicer than the Earth. It's much nicer than where I am at the moment. I mean, I was talking to one chap on Twitter today who said it was minus 30 degrees. I think he was in Canada, in Alberta somewhere. It's freezing. That's properly cold. It was -5 down here in the UK this morning when I went out for the dog walk. That was colder than I needed it to be. Look at that. That's a beautiful shot there, isn't it? It's just kind of nicely raining. There's a little bay there. There's some trees in the background. The sun's up in the sky over there. Lovely colour to the ocean. That's a proper kind of No Man's Sky publicity shot there, isn't it? That's rather nice. I like that. It's a game that's got a real beautiful sense of place. I do really like that. Okay, look, that's a different critter, isn't it? It's not actually. That's interesting. Look, there's some with insect eyes, and there's some with antennas on their tops of their heads. That says adult and gender prime, and the other one says, yeah, they're the same, but there seem to be two variations of the same creature, which is a bit weird. They're quite cool actually. Don't know, weird. Let's go investigate this thing over here because this is a bit weird. It looks artificial, doesn't it? But I'm assuming it's. Maybe it is. The clouds have gone blue now. It's still raining. I'd like the rain to stop. Okay, so no critters that we haven't seen. There's a tree over there we haven't scanned. Scan that. I'm not sure if Pugnium rusts. Okay, superheat. There's always a bad thing, isn't there? Superheated rainstorm approaching. Now, I wonder if there's anything inside this, because presumably we can drill through, can we? If I manipulate, can I shoot through it? Oh, I can. Excellent, look at that. Oh, weapon charge depleted. So I can hide from the storm for a bit, which is a nice thing. Oh, it's not raining. It has. But here comes the superheated storm, which instantly makes you feel, I need to get in out of the weather. Let's hide back in our hole. I don't think we've gone in deep enough, have we? Let's refill the thingy. Nah, not that one. Multi-tool. What does it need? Some ferret dust. Excellent. We've got plenty of that. So I just want to. There we go. I just want to kind of go straight through. Does that work? Ooh, what was it? I guess at some point we'll come out the other side. It's a very cool effect though. Yeah, so we can drill a hole straight through this, I assume, unless we're going down. It's difficult to tell, because there's no way to tell whether or not I'm horizontal. Oh no, there we go, I've come out the other side. I think. Yes, I have. There we go. So I presume it still looks pretty nasty out there. So actually, so there's nothing inside this strange thing. I just managed to carve a hole through it, which again, I love the fact that I can just do that. I can just dig a hole through things and explore. So I can just wait here until the storm passes. Presumably if I travel about halfway along, I could shoot up, couldn't I? That's about halfway, I would guess. Maybe a little bit more back that way. There we go. That's about halfway. So if I point upwards, which I guess is about there, can I shoot to the ceiling? It's probably out of range, isn't it? Yeah. I've just made a really, really tall tunnel. Some can be hollow. Okay, so that could be interesting. I haven't seen a hollow one of those. I just wait. That storm is not all that extreme. The temperature's actually dropped a little bit. Maybe it's just windy. Let's see what it's like outside. Is it just? Oh no, there we go. 149 degrees centigrade. Yeah, that's horrible again. That's back in the tunnel. I don't quite know why the temperature drops quite so much when you're in the tunnel, but I'm kind of grateful it does. It's good. So it's nice and cool inside here, so we can wait the storm out. Until it passes. So it was a nice looking planet, and then there we go, storm clearing. Right, there we go. So let's just wait a moment. And then we hopefully emerge. There we go, it's calming down. And now it's night again, of course, the night has fallen. So we've just drilled a hole in there. And now this place doesn't seem so pleasant, does it? Because now it's night time. And sometimes you get different critters come out at night, which is a bit weird. That's the same one as we saw before, isn't it? There's another one over there though. That one's miles away. 330 U's. There's a hostile plant there. Zap that because A, it's got oxygen in it, and B, I like killing the hostile plants. Oh, there's some more. Oh, there's one of those word teaching things as well, the Gex stones. Or let's kill that. Oxygen plants are good fun. This is this stuff's always useful. This is the dihydrogen crystals, isn't it? Let's harvest a few of them. There's quite a few of those mountainy things. These things I quite like that. I just like the way they light up. Learn a word for one of the Gex words. Yep, I have the knowledge. That's probably the first one. Yeah, there we go. So it's because I haven't learnt anything in this save. That's the first Gek word, isn't it? There's another planet over there as well. Too many places to go all the time. Right, let's head back to the ship then. There's another thing to scan, will we? And we will proceed on our way. We cannot tarry. I feel like this reminds me a bit of the, in 2001: A Space Odyssey, where you have that description of the alien race that built the monoliths, and they basically were wandering the universe, looking for intelligent life, and hardly ever found it. And then when they did find it, they had to keep moving on, and they never ever went to the same planet twice. This kind of reminds me of that. I feel like I'm exploring, but without a particular purpose. I don't know what I'm looking for, which is it's just nice. It's just nice, just wandering the universe for no obviously good reason, just because I can. I wouldn't be unhappy with that if that was a thing that we could actually do. I mean, I don't know about you in terms of what you think the purpose of life is. There, I don't want to get too metaphysical on the stream. I do that on Mondays. If you want to join me for metaphysical discussions and existentialism, my space games aren't really supposed to be about that. But if there is a purpose to life, and I'm not prejudging whether or not if you believe in God or believe in gods or anything like that, then and you find your purpose that way, that's absolutely fine with me. I don't, and so I define my purpose in life. I don't believe I've been put here for a purpose. I believe I'm at liberty to define my own purpose, and therefore, I have. Okay, I like telling stories. That's and I like being around my family and stuff like that. And that's my purpose. As far as I'm to define it. But if I had a spaceship, and I had the ability to travel around the universe, I don't think that would be a bad way to spend your life, would it? I'm being attacked then. I've been attacked more in this stream than I think I've been attacked in any other stream. I need to, whatever this thing is that I'm carrying that they're after. Don't ram my ship. Traveling throughout the universe, exploring stuff. If that were a thing that were possible, I don't think that would be a bad way to spend your existence, would it? I think I think that would be quite good. Right now, who's shooting at me now? Oh, that one's red. Let me get that one. Have those other good guys forgiven me? I do like these guns actually. They're not particularly powerful, but they seem to do the job. There we go. Right, these other guys are going to leave me alone. Good. Right, I think. That to me sounds like quite a nice way to spend your life, just travelling the universe and investigating stuff just because you can. So, I rather like that idea. And a computer game is the next best thing. The word you hear from any species is their name. In this universe, our species will be known as the hello. Okay, yes, that's true. Goodbye, Julia. Sounds like a littlest hobo. Yeah. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. I don't know if I can remember that show actually, but I do remember the theme tune. I'm gonna be humming that for months now. That's going to be your fault. That was it. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving. I can't remember the rest of it now, which is probably a good thing. There's another planet. Okay, so what we got there? This one. Is this where we started? Oh, that's an isotopic planet. So isotopic planets I didn't think were particularly interesting. The dog's name was London. So it was that lovely sort of those guns upgraded my ship do 25k damage per second. Okay, I haven't really done anything like that. I must admit, it's interesting. In Elite, I was quite, I suppose a lot of the gameplay was around upgrading your ship, wasn't it? So whereas in No Man's Sky, it doesn't really seem to matter much whether you have an upgraded ship or not. You can have a lot of fun just going anywhere and doing stuff. So I mean, actually, this ship is actually quite a good one, isn't it? But whereas in Elite, I'd spent quite a lot of time, getting the right guns and various other bits and pieces on the ship and doing sort of stuff. No Man's Sky to me is much more about just travelling around, looking at stuff and poking things and investigating things. It's much more relaxing in that sort of way. The gameplay is more about travelling around and looking at things. That's a nice ring system. Look, sort of pastely pink and green. What sort of planet is this? Thanks for the tip on getting off the beaten path slightly there, Julia. Okay, that's a barren planet. That doesn't sound very interesting. Riding Tau. Interesting name. What else have we got here? 2 other planets. Well, that looks like a bit of an Earth-like world. A cloudy planet. Okay, that's not very descriptive. That one's an interesting colour. I do like this whole... Okay, a Paradise planet. I like both the sound of those. Let's go and see the Paradise planet. Because I think... Wasn't Reclamation a Paradise planet? The only thing you really need to upgrade in Miami is a hyperdrive so you can visit additional startups. Yeah, so I've... At some point I will... Actually, that's a point. There's a whole bunch of stars we're not able to access, isn't there? So where do I get hyperspace colour star upgrades then? Is that something I need to earn, or is that something I can buy or get from places? Let's have a look down this planet. See what a Paradise planet sounds like. Looks very green and lush from up here. Nice clouds. Fleen Alpha. Does look very green, doesn't it? I can buy the blueprints in the anomaly. Okay, look, we got... this is one of those weird gravity places. Look, with the weird floating rocks. Oh, look at this stuff down here. This looks like a Space 1999 planet. If you remember that show. Oh, I like those plants. Oh, there's water down here as well. Well, this looks quite cool. Some weird floating... Well, not quite floating, are they? They're sort of... We're going to have to land here. This does look quite cool. Weird floating rocks. And look at that. Really sharp... Oh, it wasn't actually there. It was an artifact. Now, that one is floating, isn't it? Look, it's sort of stuck on its side. I don't think we'd likely encounter weird floating rocks like that. But that's quite a nice view there. Look, there's a planet in the distance. See if we can find a nice bit of ocean. Maybe with a floating rock nearby. There's a floating rock. Oh, there's a base actually. That will save me. Does that have a landing pad? No, it doesn't. That's a shame because that would save me a landing thingy. So I don't suspect that will actually... What is that up in space there? Is that a cloud? Oh, it is a cloud. Yeah, I don't think we'll probably encounter floating rocks like this in the real universe, but they are funky, aren't they? I like the fact that you can fly under them and everything. And they've got things on them. I don't know if the lore of No Man's Sky says anything about that sort of stuff, but it's cool in a sort of wacky science fiction-y sort of a way. And so it's interesting actually. I used to be much more of a slave to realism in space games. I liked my realism, whereas I suppose the more I've played, the more I've kind of gone, well, realism doesn't always make for good gameplay, and it certainly doesn't always go for a sense of adventure. I mean, if you keep your realism hat on too much, then you strip a lot of the fun away, and it's I think that there's a danger of that. One of the things about science fiction is it's got to be maybe plausible, but even if it isn't plausible, then just stick some rules in there and just enjoy having some fun. I'm just trying to get a nice... I haven't quite got the landscape I'm looking for yet. I'm wondering if the game's going to generate me there's been some water in some places. I want a little bit of water. Feels like it's getting drier here. Let's fly down the valley a little bit. It's a very funky looking place. I was hoping to get a nice little lake. Is that some water down there? Yeah, look, okay, well that's not quite what I was after, so that'll do. That'll do, donkey. Right, let's land in here. Look at these amazing cactusy. They're like lily pads, but floating in space. Yeah, if soaps were real, then the episodes would be pretty boring. Well, that's it, isn't it? Are we going to land? Here we are. Okay, so this is so far so good. Nice plan as well. Something horrible is going to happen, of course. Look at this place. This is very funky, isn't it? Look at that. It is like a cactus. Impulse beams over there. I wonder if can you actually stand on these things? I wonder if you can. Is the game that clever? Oh, I can. I can jump on the lily pad. That's very cool. I didn't think I was going to be able to do that. I was sure I was going to fall through that. I am most impressed that I didn't. Is that gold there? That was copper. Okay, that's quite nice. So I can jump on the lily pads. Oh, there's another one. I can go even higher. Oh, there we go. That's so childish, isn't it? But it's good. That's brilliant. Okay, that's just nice. I can interact with these very strange lily paddy plants. And there's another one there, so that's a different type. This is a cool world. I like these plants already. It's a nice planet. We've got 21 degrees centigrade. That's a nice temperature. Ancient data structure. I don't know what that might be. Oh, is that? Well, that's actually an artifact. That's not a plant, isn't it? See, that's what's so good, right? It's a case of. Well, there's a floaty thing. Right, let's go and check out this ancient data structure thing. Yeah, it is like Mario, isn't it? I don't know. That's a damaged machinery. That'll just be some bits, but. And I have to say, I mean, I'm sure I've seen some of these graphics before after a few months of playing this game now, but to be honest, I'm not really noticing them at all. It's not like I'm going, oh yeah, I've seen one of those before. This little plant here with indentations in the bark, I'm pretty sure I've not seen that before. I don't remember seeing mushroomy structures like this with the sort of fluted undersides like that and bits of things hanging off them. So mushroom. Look at that. There's another wacky creature with two legs. Let's zap that. What does this ancient data structure do? So this is it. Here I am. I've flown through the universe for how long we've been playing, an hour and a half, and we've now encountered, and I haven't seen this before, an ancient data structure. So that's a cool thing. I've just found a thing which I don't know what it is. So I'm going to approach it with caution. I don't know, what do these things do, if anything? Oh, I can. Okay, so I can grab navigation data from. Okay. So presumably that will lead me to something if I want it to. I know this stuff comes in handy. That's just a cool thing to have discovered. So here's, I know what it is some ancient culture has left behind a whole stack load of data for me. So it's a nice little surprise that really make No Man's Sky work. And it chucks them at you often enough, not that you think, oh, here's another one, but just as you'll begin to go, I wonder if there's anything out here, suddenly there is. It's like the game reads your mind and thinks the player is in danger of not seeing anything interesting in this gaming session. I'm just going to chuck something in. So maybe there's a timer in the game at about, I don't know, an hour and a half or something. It just says, right, here's a cool thing, Mr. Game Raiser, Mr. Game Player. I don't know. I just get that impression. Whatever it is, it's extremely well timed. What is that? See, there's another thing. I mean, what the heck's that? There's something up there. Is it organic? Is it a vent? What is it? That was a critter. Something is up there. What's it? I don't want to go too close to it. What is it doing? Well, that's a critter which seems to be asleep. Is it dead? I don't know. And what's this going on behind it? I don't even know what that is. It's moving as well. I can't. Oh, hang on. No, there's something there. It's a blank thing. I've not seen. It's like a wow. Okay, that is. I don't know what it is. I can't even describe it. It's like an invisible creature, isn't it? How weird. Which moves around. What does it show up as in the Discoveries tab? Where's that? It's okay. So 4. No, it's got. There it is. There. Whatever that is. It's invisible. No, it's found primarily on the grassy plains of the planet Fleet Alpha. Jerky and unbalanced in its movements. Unusual brain chemistry leaves it prone to sudden outbursts of aggression. Right. Opportunities they happily devour any food source they find, but it's invisible. It doesn't exist. It's a burrowing fauna. So can I get it out of the ground? That's weird. I've not seen anything like that before. Don't eat the mushrooms, you might shrink or grow larger. That's right. You see the bits and pieces all over, but they end up combining. Yeah, that's that. I mean, I've seen a few tentacly things before. This one looks like it definitely died. Wouldn't mind seeing a live one of those, if there are any about. But those burrowing things are weird. I've definitely run into predators that chase after animals occasionally. So look, that one looks like it's been killed by something. But I don't think it was me. Weird. Okay. What a cool place, though. Doesn't seem to be too hostile. And I like the way the landscape changes. You've got this kind of green vegetation. And it does. Oh, look, there's one of those things. They look like kind of giant birds. They're sort of dragon heads, aren't they? Look at those funky frills that they've got there. They look a bit ungainly, but let's scan a rock or two. There's another one over there. So the way they kind of hang around in little packs is quite good as well. So yeah, that one's alive. There we go. They're quite big, aren't they? Quite nice. Do like that. Oh look, there's a tiny little, what's that? Tiny little critter. That one's, let's have a look at that one. It's like a small pig. Maybe I don't know, it's a little spotted creature. Oh, here comes the darkness. Right, in that case it's probably time to head back for the ship, which is over there somewhere. Oh look, the grass is glowing in the dark. That's very, where's that from? Happy New Year, says Ken and June 4. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Happy New Year to everybody who I haven't said Happy New Year to, by the way, on the stream. So that's quite cool. Look, the grass is glowing. I haven't seen that before either. That's a really nice effect. That reminds me, what's that show? What's that film? Avatar, where you walk through and everything lights up. That's really nice. I'm gonna have to hang around till it's dark. Will it keep doing it? It does. Look, it's moving. Really wacky effects. Not seen that before. Sort of light patterns. How cool is that? Oh look, the plants glow. What is that? Is something causing that? Is that the plant? That's the plant doing it, isn't it? What does that look like from up on the top of the hill? Does the whole planet light up and flicker around? Oh, wow. It's like a little disco light show. That's amazing. How cool is that? This is such a nice planet. And nothing horrible's happened. It hasn't had a super... All the things light up. Look, all the little plants are doing something. Those ones down there are glowing. These little ball ones. This is an amazing little planet. How cool is that? Maybe I ate something. Maybe the mushrooms have kicked in. It's cool, isn't it? Oh, when you want to live on a planet like this, imagine finding a planet like this if you were. Look at that. That's really, really cool. I've got to hand it to the people behind No Man's Sky that they really know how to give you a sense of wonder, don't they? Imagine, look at that. I mean, it's proper sci-fi world. I love this bioluminescent grass that's flickering and flashing, and these spheres. I didn't suspect anything like that was going to happen when we were in the daylight mode of the planet. And all the little things, they're all doing something different. And glowing, it kind of gives you an impression that all the life forms on this planet are kind of in sync and doing something. It's amazing, isn't it? I'd build a base here, or at least drop a base computer. Yeah, I think you're right, Julia. I think let's do that, because this is the prettiest planet I think I've seen so far, or at least in a long, long time. It's just it's amazingly fun. I wonder if there's anything in the water that's equally wacky. Let's have a look, because I did land here. Look, you can see them switching on and off for quite a long distance away. Look, they flicker across the landscape. That's really nice. This is another problem with No Man's Sky. Is you sometimes find really cool places and think, no, I don't want to leave here. I just want to kind of hang around. Commander Holden Ahead, thank you for the subscribe there, Commander Holden Ahead. Appreciate that. Haven't looked at No Man's Sky in a while. It is amazing. This is a really nice find. This place, very pretty. Is there anything flickering and flashing in the water? I wonder. Let's have a look in the water. It's not very deep, is it? It's actually, this is a puddle basically. Is there any deeper water? Not really. It's just like a puddle, so perhaps not. Let me try it coming down over there. I do like that flickering and flashing effect. Right, let's go back to the ship and see if we can stick a base computer in here. Because yeah, look at them, they're all different colours. Look at that. Some of them are orange. Look at that one there, and you get blue and green. And look at the worldwide. It's so picturesque. It's painfully good. And it was pretty in the daylight, but at night time it's just astonishing. Right, there's the spaceship. Right, so let's see if we can build a base computer here then. There we go, because nobody's been here before, I guess. Let's boom, there we go. Let's X marks the spot. Newton base. Okay, so it says no prior claims on this site. So that's what's so cool. Nobody's been here before. Okay, that's amazing. It's mine. I've claimed this amazing place. I have discovered the place. This is what this is so good, because this is exactly what I was hoping. Well, look over there. There was a little base, or a little piece of civilization or something. Fleet Alpha, the Paradise Planet. I like that. That means we can come back here, doesn't it? So wow, what an amazing discovery. That's what's so good about this game, is it just leaves you with things to go, wow. Right, yeah, base computer, there we go. So let's leave that there. That's quite nice. Let's just go to the top of the hill over here a little bit and have a look around again. Quite a few cool critters. And these glowing effects, very, very impressive. Look at that. I could just sort of sit there and watch it now for quite a while. Perfect planet for it. Wouldn't it be a great place to have a party? I must try this in VR. This place must look amazing in VR. What an amazing planet. I haven't even scanned all the things. It's nice as well. This is the first planet we've been on this session where the planet hasn't tried to kill me with some toxic rainstorm or something like that. It's nice. It's got floating rocks. I mean, it's got everything that you want for a party, hasn't it? It's got wacky lights. I'm gonna. Can we get onto that rock? I wonder. That's an amazing thing. What an amazing place. That is very, very cool. I kind of don't want to leave now. Do I have a VR headset? My son actually has a VR headset. I might have to see if I can borrow it. I don't know if I've. It's a relatively old one, so I'm not sure if I've got all the necessary USB ports I need to run the older VR things. Look, there's a small animal there. That one there. We don't like these oxygen plants. Zap that. Can't have that hanging around in my paradise planet. What an amazing place. This is totally giving me a Space 1999 vibe. NMS in VR is really worth it. Its gameplay is well suited to it, and sense of place and scale. I'm going to have to try it, particularly like a place like this. This must look amazing in VR. I'd love to see this one. It really is a sensational. And there's more mushrooms that I haven't scanned. All sorts of flora and fauna and weird stuff. Kind of almost don't want the night to come to an end, do you? What a lovely place. Not going to be able to top this tonight, are we? That's just sensational. There's none of that. Don't like those ones. I was just kind of seeing how close I could get to that floating rock up there. Really is incredible. That's just gorgeous. It really is gorgeous. This is a Vikine. Learn the word Vikine. I haven't done that on this save before. There we go. Right, so a few spaceships flying around there. Can I get this? Let's use this raster. But hopefully at the top here, can I get across to this? Not quite. Probably that looks like too much of a jump. There's even some of that stuff's living on top of the rock there, isn't it? I don't think I'm going to be able to make that jump. It reminds me of Christmas lights, having just come away from Christmas. Yeah, a really good sound system and some excellent tunes. It would be good. Freaky Deaky, good evening. What shenanigans you get up to? Well, we've been boldly going where no one's gone before. We've kind of just been. I'm vaguely heading towards the centre of the galaxy. Is my plan, and we're just enjoying the fact that we've discovered this weird and wacky world where everything lights up, and the grass is, doing weird stuff. It's got coloured swirls in it, and all sorts of stuff is going on. So it's just an amazing planet we found, which is just really, really cool. So yes, we're basically vaguely heading for the centre of the galaxy, and just sort of seeing what we come across along the way. And so we've come across this planet where it's just Trip Out City, really. Oh, there is a base over there. Let's wander over there and see what's going on. I saw it from that scan from the air there. So let's go and check out what that is. It's got this lovely. At the current rate, you should reach the centre of the galaxy somewhere around about the 22nd. Yeah, I'm not going very fast, am I? 1,000 light years ago. So yeah, it wasn't so much. I don't know. I mean, I suppose it could be spoilers, but I'm assuming not much happens when you reach the centre of the galaxy, other than you've reached the centre of the galaxy. So I'm not too bothered about actually achieving that, but just sort of heading in that general direction and seeing what we discovered along the way. And this is amazing. I wasn't expecting to see anything like this. So having been playing No Man's Sky, when did I start playing No Man's Sky? It's been a while now, hasn't it? I've been playing this for a reasonable amount of time. I've never seen anything like this before, so I'm rather pleased that we've experienced this on the stream, because this has been a real highlight again. And this game is absolutely brilliant at doing this sort of stuff. Just giving you kind of like, woo! And I'm lost again. Where's the base gone? I was heading in the right direction now. I'm lost again. I'm going to have to climb this hill. Where did the base go? Oh, there it is, literally just over the hill. It's very easy to get lost. And these things are weird. Look, these burrowing whatever they are, they don't come to the surface, but they do move about. But you don't see them, which is a bit weird. So what is this thing here? It's some sort of installation. It's got some quite nice glowy lights as well, which is good. Oh, it's got a landing pad, so I could summon my ship here. That's handy. Let's do that. I think I can call the starship. Yeah, there we go. Excellent, that's useful. What a funky base. Okay, so is there anybody here? Does it open? Oh, it does. Ah, it's even inhabited. So it's a local trade centre with a Viking warrior. Well, there we go. And a trade terminal, everything. Excellent. And that guy sitting down here in the corner, what's he doing? Oh, he's a technology merchant. Okay. Maybe I can get some hyperdrive stuff from him. Got to go. Mrs. is waiting for me downstairs, being impatient. No problem, Mad Monk. Not a problem at all. Lovely to see you, fella. If you're serious about reaching the centre, black holes help cross large distances. Alternatively, but dial the gate until you find an address close to the core, or look up. Oh, okay, so I haven't even tried these gate things. What does but dial the gate mean? I'm kind of hoping that's a typo. Nothing found in there. Okay. Just what an amazing planet. Oh, look, hang on, what's in the sky? Look, there's some flying things. What are those? What is that? It's like flying space worms. Oh, it's coming. Well, they come over here so I can have a good look at them. What are they doing? This is an amazing planet. This is definitely the best planet I've been on ever. So what's that? I'm going to look it up in the discoveries because it's not going to come over here, is it? Look at that! It's like a sandworm thing. A forest creature, home flitting in and above the rich canopies. Steadfast with a strong sense of place, they pick a root, will not abandon their home unless facing certain death. There they have mouths. It seems their primary nutrient intake via their skin in form of atmospheric mineral absorption. Wow, look at that! It's like a flying worm thing. Random. Julie says random dial, when your phone is in your back pocket and you accidentally call someone. Oh, I see. I've never heard it called that before. Oh no, the night time's over. No, all the lights are going to switch off. Oh, well, they're still glowing a bit. Oh, look, they're still glowing in the dawn. Yeah, they're not as effective in the dawn, are they? What an amazing planet. There we go. And then the sun's going to come up. Look, we're getting dawn. There, look, there's the sun. Oh, it's so pretty, isn't it? It really is pretty. Now the sun's come up. There we go. Look, there's the sunrise. Wow. And all the plants switch themselves off, presumably to recharge. That's so cool. Kind of don't want to leave, but we've got to. It's little as hobo. We've got to keep moving, haven't we? Well, at least we can come back here. That's a good thing. Let's recharge the suit while we're here, just because we can. Right, onwards we go then. Right, so Julia says, let's go to a black hole. Can we find a black hole? Okay. Well, I'm glad we went there. That was awesome. Just shows there's cool stuff to be discovered out in the galaxy. I like that. Right, let's see if we can. Hi Dawn, yeah. Hello Dawn. Dawn breaks. What an amazing planet. Just look at that. That's where we were down there somewhere. But at least we've got a base computer there, so we can go back there. I think that, yeah, any of these other planets could be equally as cool. This is the problem, isn't it? I mean, that was undiscovered. There's just an infinite variety of stuff. A high energy planet. There's another one. That was that one. That's a Hyperborean planet. You know, All very cool. Right, so how do I find then a black hole? Is there a way I can... Oh, okay, oh, no, hang on. Okay, so free explore. What's that telling me? Free explore, but it doesn't seem to allow me to go down to a black hole. Oh, you can ask Polo at the Nexus to give you black hole coordinates. Okay, so do I have to summon the Nexus then? No, summon this. Is that it? The space anomaly? Let's summon it anyway. I think that's what you mean. Let's go in there, and then we can. This is very cool as well. They definitely know how to give you a sense of theme. It's really, really good. It just looks so amazingly large, even though it isn't, but it just looks it. Very, very cool. Right, let's go. Okay, let's go and ask Polo. They are in here somewhere, aren't they? Oh, whilst they're there, pick up the blueprints for the other hyperdrives. Okay, so you might have to tell me where to go. It's up here on the left, I think. I think the blueprinty place is down here. So where are the hyperspace ones? So we've got Starship Research, would that be right? Are they in here? Cadmium Drive, there we are. Emerald Drive and the other drive, right, okay, so, yeah, okay, so what do I need? Blueprint is locked, research parent to unlock. Okay, so it's going to cost me some nanites, right, okay, so I need to research that, that's alright. Then I can, technology blueprint is already known. Oh, apparently I already know them. That's interesting. That's cool. So I've already got them, but I didn't have the hyperdrive unlocked for some reason, which is good. I don't know how I got them. Maybe they came with the. But I need to build them. I'm guessing. Looking at that, I've got quite a lot of the stuff, but I need to get some more stuff. Okay, I just need to install them, but I'm going to have to get some stuff. Okay, that's cool. Let's go and find Polo then. Where are they? Are they up here? Polo? Yeah, specialist Polo. You look surprised, traveller. Yes, I do. I want a black hole coordinate. Come on, give me a black hole. Of course, friend. A whole galaxy. You must see it all. Yes, I must. That's exactly. Has he given me a? Has he given me one? I don't want to search for Artemis. I just want to. Hang on, what am I trying to do? No, it's that one, isn't it? Colleen catalogue options? No. Maybe it will allow. Basically, do I have to go back onto the? I should have the coordinates now. Okay, so basically, I just need to go back to the ship. I think. Okay, let's do that. That's one of the nice things is I can bring all my other stuff along. I can summon the summon this hub whenever I need to, and also summon my freighter to wherever I am, which is quite cool. Okay, so just head out of the anomaly and we'll get. Let's go for a black hole. We have done that once before. Now somebody somewhere said there was a way of also going to sort of parallel universes as well. Is that a thing in No Man's Sky? I haven't come across that. That sounds quite cool as well. Right, take off. I haven't tried that. You know, there's that whole portal thing with the glyphs. I haven't tried that at all yet. That's still something I need to try. Okay, so have I got coordinates for a black hole? There are other galaxies, so it's just an infinite amount of stuff to do. Right, so okay, destination galactic core, black hole detected. Ooh, there we go. How do I find the black hole? Oh, it's over there. Right. Okay. let's go to the black hole. All right. How do I know where the black hole's going to take me, or do I not? Do I know? Okay, so select target system. Let's go there then. Boom. Down the rabbit hole. Oh, the centre of the galaxy can take you to another galaxy. Wow. Okay. And you can build storage containers and refineries and things on your freighter and take it all with you as you explore. So that's cool as well. I ought to summon my freighter to hit. Oh, look, there's the black hole. Wow. So, is there any way for me to tell? That's cool, isn't it? Where the destination of the black hole actually is? Only one way to find out. Okay, so hang on. Let's work this out. If I stop a moment, if I open the galaxy map, I am currently 684,000 light years away from the galactic core. So let's go through the black hole. 684. Try and remember that. Yes, I'm trying to leave. There we go. Let's go through the black hole and see where we end up. I like the way you kind of got an event horizon there. That's very cool. I'm not sure having a black hole that close to a planet is a really good idea, but hey, there we go. Only one way to find out. Here we go. The black hole. What's that theme tune from Disney? That's quite cool. All the stuff falling down. How intimidating! Even though you know it's just a graphical effect, and that's not what a black hole would look like. It's still, and that sound. Down we fall. Geronimo. Yeah, exactly. Very cool visual effect, isn't it? It's just like we could be long way away from wherever we were now. Okay, we're falling out in a different part of space. Is there a black hole behind us? What is it? Oh, no. Okay, we're sort of distance travelled 512,000 light years, but towards the centre of the galaxy or not? So we have no idea where we are now, which is cool. Someone's still trying to call us though, which is quite impressive. Where are we? No, we're nowhere closer. We've travelled a long way, but we're no closer. Well, we are a bit closer, not much closer. We've kind of gone past, haven't we? We're still in an outer spiral rim. So I suppose we could keep using black holes to slowly, potentially, randomly creep towards her. So is that kind of the best way to do it? We're tiny bit closer, yeah, a wee bit closer, but not really much closer. So, but we can still. Okay, so that's showing us where the next black hole is. Is that right? Which is over there somewhere. It's a pathway towards a black hole, but we don't know where one is. Okay, cool. Well, we're here. What's in this system? Is there any way to cancel this hailing channel open, by the way? Because it's blocking my scanner, which is a bit annoying. Because I don't want to activate the Starship communicator, really. Because I don't want... Yeah, that's putting me on a mission, which I don't really want. So go away. Or do I have to just answer it? Yeah, it's very interesting that you're So I don't... see, it doesn't give me a choice. The game is very keen for me to play its missions, isn't it? Which, if you're just wanting to explore, isn't necessarily what you want. What's that? It's a high energy planet. Okay, there's a really wacky pink world over there. Look at that. And that's got to be a Dago planet. I don't know what that is. A humid planet. Let's go there. I mean, a pink planet's got to be interesting. Let's have a look at what that looks like. They can send you further back as well. So they don't take you along the path to the core. Yeah, so black holes are it's just randomly rolling the dice and seeing where you end up, I guess, is kind of how that's going to work, isn't it? That's quite interesting. Let's go to this pink world and just sort of see what that's like. So yeah, at some point I'm going to have to play around with these portals on the surfaces as well, the one with the glyphs, because I haven't really played around that as well. First time chat from you, Aurelius Indomitus. Do you still like Star Citizen? Oh yes, absolutely in love with Star Citizen at the moment. I was playing around today, mucking about with a few upgrades to my ship to sort of see how that works. So I'm going to see if I can find some time to do some streaming of Star Citizen, but I kind of need to do that, not at the expense of any of my other streams. So it's kind of having a look at my schedule to see how that's going to work. But I do want to do some more Star Citizen stuff, and Star Citizen really does lend itself to some quite sort of cinematic content. Which I'm going to toy. I'm still toying with the idea of how to do that. But yes, there will definitely be some more Star Citizen stuff coming from me. Very impressed with Star Citizen actually. Even though in many ways it's quite limited with a single system and obviously not a complete game and all the controversy about being 10 years and $400 million and all that sort of stuff. But still very impressed. I could do it every other week, but I don't really want to. We've got a nice. What I like about my streams, and because I'm a variety streamer, I need to be a variety streamer because I can't do one thing all the time. Each of my streams has got its own little community, its own little habits, and I don't kind of want to dilute that, if that makes sense. So, for example, my Monday stream is all about writing and science fiction general discussion, not about games, and that has a little community atmosphere to it, and this No Man's Sky stream has got quite friendly as well, and I like that. And then the Saturday morning stream has also got a different flavour because that's where we play our retro games, and I kind of don't want to dilute those different environments. And I know some of you follow me around all of them, which is very, very nice. It's obviously nice to see all of you when you do that, but there are some people who only tune in for one of the streams because it's in the subject area that they're interested in, and I don't really want to make it so that they only get something every couple of weeks. So I need to figure something out there, but I'm not quite sure how to solve it right now. I'm giving it. This is a seriously pink planet, isn't it? Very, very barren looking, but very pink. Oh no, there's some planty things down there. Now actually, this looks similar to these look similar to the plants we've just seen. They are quite similar, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Look. So there we go. So we are seeing a little bit of. They're not the same because they're different coloured, but they are, I think, the same colour graphics. Now, what is this place? Yeah, they're very similar plants, aren't they? They're sort of those mushroomy things. So there's your procedural generation. Not quite what landed accidentally. Not quite making things different enough sometimes, but. Yeah, because this is the same sort of vegetation, but I wonder if this place glows in the dark at night. It'd be interesting to see. I might hang around here. It's not quite so nice, is it? Because it's pink. I don't like pink like that. And this place has got superheated rainstorms as well, so it's not very nice. So we probably won't hang around here. So it's nowhere near as nice as the planet we were on, but it's very mountainous. Look at those mountains. So that's a bit different, but the plants are definitely the same artifacts, aren't they? You can see that. That's interesting, actually. That's the first time I've really specifically noticed that. So it does show limitation. Look at the clouds gathering. That's just that's quite well done. So, but you're going to spot limitations like that. Right, I'm going to hop in the ship because I don't want to get superheated. Not such a nice planet. No, look at the external temperature shooting up. It's not very nice at all. You can get very near the centre by using a portal trick, so that might be fun for you to tell me what that is next week then, Tomas 66, because it'd be nice to head on to the centre. I should name this planet after Sally. Yes, I think Sally Morgan would like this, wouldn't she? A pink one. I'm not sure she'd like the tropical rainstorms, but there we go. I usually try to follow especially the retro stuff, but I can't do Saturday morning, so I watch the replays. So yes, and lots of people do watch the replays. It's nice to do a bit of different stuff. The No Man's Sky stuff is nice because it's very chill. I like No Man's Sky, the fact it's really rather laid back. Those expeditions were really, really good. I did enjoy those. I learned a lot about the different mechanics of the game through playing those. They were very, very good as well. You can look around, can't you? That's another thing I noticed here. You can just peer around your ship. I like this little ship actually. One thing I really have enjoyed with Star Citizen though is the fact that you can walk around inside the ships. That's such a cool feature. Really, really good. This is a nice cockpit though, isn't it? And you've got your feet controls there. Not that anything really interacts here, but I like the design of the cockpit here with the, these curved panels. That's nice, isn't it? Oh look, the surface of the planet is glowing. Look, this is this is a very similar world to the one we were on, except this is the glowing magenta planet, sort of pink magenta sort of place. There we go. Look, it's all glowing in the dark with us as well. That's quite cool. So obviously, whatever causes this effect is relatively common in the galaxy of No Man's Sky. Now we've seen it twice. Quite cool though. Except this planet has got horrible weather. Oh, look, there's lightning and everything going on over there. What was that? Was that coming again? Oh yeah, look at the lightning. That's really nice. And lots of meteorites dropping here. A lot of meteorites coming down. Go on, do the lightning again. It's tantalising me now by not doing the lightning again. That was very cool. That looked really good. This looks like a invasion of something, like all these things coming down from space. There we go. Here comes the storm is clearing. Let's just have a. I think night. There we go. The temperature dropping. So yeah. So this planet is very. This is the pink, flashy planet. Very, very picturesque. Not as nice as the one we were on, but the same life forms, really, isn't it? But with the grass glowing a different colour here, which is quite cool. So there we go. We have found the planet of the pink glowiness. If I managed to catch your stream, as you said, you need all the glyphs. So I don't think I've done any work on the glyphs. I have come across them, but I haven't really figured out how they work. So yeah, so there we go. Anyway, my friends, it is time for me to head to bed because it's getting late and I need to get up early, unfortunately, on Fridays. So thank you once again for your comments. It's lovely to see you all again. Happy New Year to you all. I hope you all had a good Christmas. And thank you for coming back and joining me with my No Man's Sky stream. These are going to stay in the same place because it's a nice chill Thursday evening relaxy thing before Friday, which is quite good. I'll be back with more retro stream. We're currently playing Wing Commander 3. Which is actually a surprisingly good game. Actually, I'm playing that on Saturday mornings. Monday is the writing stream. I'm going to have a look and see if I can get another stream into the week, actually, so we can do some star systems. Because I don't want to dilute the No Man's Sky stuff, because I think we've got so much to do and so much exploring to do that I don't want to kind of do it every other week. That would be a bit too much. And I'd like to get some momentum up on Star Systems as well, so we'll see how that goes. But thank you very much for joining. Hope you've had a kind of nice chillax in Star System, not Star System, in No Man's Sky. And enjoy. Have yourself a fantastic Friday. If you can join me on Saturday, I'd love to see you. But otherwise, have yourself a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you next week. Be good, my friends. Have fun, and thank you very much. Gra, of course, interlopers. Be good. Thank you for your company, and I will see you soon. You big guys, be good. Look after yourselves. Take care out there, and I will see you soon. Be good. Take care, my friends. Bye bye now.